Hi, my lovelies, and welcome to the magic of November time. I'm just coming on to do November's guidance reading for the month ahead. Just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that came to support me and the fantastic Debs Tie Duck on our Halloween demonstration of mediumship in Bath last night. Thank you so much for braving the weather, and apologies that I rolled in slightly, well, not late because I was still there to start, but it was just a chaotic night. Everything that we had planned to sort of do, we had to sort of fine tune a little bit. But you know what? What's lovely about that night is it just goes to show that actually spirit run the show. And even though, you know, I wasn't able to use my microphones in the end because none of it got set up in time, it was almost like spirit stripped it right back to basics. And I think that's what Samhain is all about. You know, it's really just going back to basics and being able to honor the essence, the energy of our ancestors and our loved ones. And I just felt that they were coming in abundance last night. Debs was amazing. She was on fire. Her messages were so beautiful. And it's so lovely when you work alongside someone else to see different styles of mediumship. And it was just so nice. I didn't almost want to do my part. I just was so engrossed in just listening to her connection with spirit. It was absolutely lovely. So always a pleasure, but thank you so much if you came to that evening, because it was just really good. I feel tired, but in a good way, but buzzing as well. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a big shaft of light coming down here at the moment. I don't know what it's about. I've never had it before in any of my videos. So I think the energy is still really high with the magic of Samhain, because I've tried to move the camera around, and wherever I move it, there's this shaft of light just coming in at the moment. And when I go into another room, it's not on my screen. So that's really interesting. I would be surprised to see if this actually shows on the video, or you might not even see it on the video. And then I'll just be like chatting a load of rubbish. But okay, so what we'll do then, these are the cards. So as ever, we will do opportunities, obstacles and lessons, and then we will follow through with a witch's rune to conclude the session. My little man's just down there. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up and say hello? What are you doing? No. Okay. He's just looking all sorry for himself. Okay. So opportunities for November. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. Okay, interesting. And then any obstacles for November. Ooh, okay. I think we've got a little bit of a warning sort of situation going on here, actually. And then lessons. What's the lessons? Okay, guys, prepare yourself for November. It could get interesting. So as we're going into any opportunities, this card kind of confused me a little bit, because we're going into like the eight of swords. Now, when the Eight of Swords shows, this is sort of seen and usually perceived as a slightly negative card, because it's all about feeling a little bit overwhelmed. It's all about feeling a little bit restricted, just feeling a little bit trapped. And this is quite an interesting energy, actually, because I think a lot of us are feeling like that on a collective scale, with like finances, the state of play, how the government's sort of, you know, trying to guide or not guide us forward and everything else. But what was interesting last night is a lot of people sort of said to me last night, and I've had messages this morning actually from people saying that they've been feeling really stuck, really unsure of how to move forward. And even though some people didn't get messages directly last night, it was just lovely to be in that energy and to actually hear those messages. And it almost gave them comfort, and it gave them a bit of personal hope, even if the messages weren't for them directly. So I almost see this card of Eight of Swords a little bit like that. It's almost like, even if we're feeling restricted, even if we're feeling trapped, even if we're feeling overwhelmed by choices, decisions, circumstances, things that are going on, there's always that light, you know, quite clearly here. There's always that shaft of light. There's always that hope that actually things can improve, things can get better. So when we look at this in terms of an opportunities card, yes, you might be feeling bound, you might be feeling sort of blinded, you might be feeling restricted, but actually give yourself that permission, find the opportunity to set yourself free, because, you know, those bindings are quite loose. She could actually shimmy out of those quite easily if she wanted to. So sometimes perhaps we choose to stay restricted. Sometimes perhaps we choose to stay stuck for fear of what's to come. So don't be held back. Sort of see these changes as a great cycle, a great opportunity for growth. Don't fear the unknown, embrace it. I think that's really coming in quite strong with this first card, hence why it's an opportunity. Now, as we're going into any obstacles, we're going into the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a card of being quite cautious, being quite careful about everything that's going on around you, really. It's almost like, you know, don't sort of give away your power. Don't sort of let your guard down a little bit. This is a need to sort of self-protect. This sort of Wall of Wands is trying to keep everything good in, but keep everything negative out. So because this is showing as an obstacles card, it could be for some of us with November, we might be met with quite restrictive cycles. There could be sort of people that maybe leave a little bit to be desired. But at the end of the day, this is actually suggesting and saying, stay in your truth, stay in your higher power, because whatever's going on around us, we can't change that. We can only be responsible for our inputs and our outputs. So, you know, don't feed into hearsay, don't feed into gossip, don't let paranoia run away with you. A constant theme of message I'm getting at the moment with people is their mind is working overtime. There's lots of paranoia, there's lots of projection, there's lots of self-analyzation. And sometimes it's good to do that to a point, but not if it takes the energy into something restrictive or negative. So I actually think with this, stay in your own lane and almost let go of the need to worry about what every other person is doing or not doing, how you're perceived, how you're judged, because at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter. All you can be accountable for is yourself, and that is your best gift to the world. And that's really where this final card links. So your lessons, this is a healing card, Ace of Cups. So this is healing, this is letting go of anything restrictive from an emotional space. The water is overflowing. We have this sort of beautiful sort of bird, and it's like spreading your wings, it's setting yourself free from anything limiting, anything holding you back. So November might be quite a healing month for some of us actually. But also this is about manifesting, and this cup has the opportunity to carry, to hold, to have whatever goals, dreams, desires, anything great that you want. Your own personal cup of life can have all of that. It's how much you give yourself permission and inner acceptance to receive it. The water is completely gentle, it's completely calm, it's completely still in the background, and the flowers are opening up. So this is a really, really important time for personal growth. This is a really important time to just be at peace with yourself and to just allow yourself to heal, but to start to put your best foot forward. See your cup of life full of hope, full of wonder, full of opportunity. See the riches that you already have accessibility to. That's what's really coming in quite strong here with this. Now let's pick a little cheeky witch's rune just to conclude the month of November, and let's see what we've got going on. Oops, that one's come out very quick. Brilliant. We've got the rune of the star. The star is time to shine. It's a rune of hopes, dreams, ambitions, everything you want, everything you seek, everything that you desire. If you hold the focus, if you have the belief that it can happen and that it can materialize, it will 100% come into fruition. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but there will be a turning point in time where it manifests, where it happens, and absolutely you'll get what you sort of want. So stay focused, give yourself that higher value, that higher permission, that your world can be whatever you want for it to be, and it will come good, definitely, 100%. So an interesting set of cards this week, very different from what I was expecting, but I hope you can make a little bit of sense of them. Going to leave these with you, and I will look forward to catching up with some of you lovelies this month at various fairs. We've got a fair in Frome towards the end of the month. I've got my demo night in Avebury, which I'm really excited about. A couple of tickets are still left for that. If you want to kind of come to that, I'm sort of revisiting that, which would be great. And if not, I'll see you on Zoom or Facebook. So catch up very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.